Good morning, Dudley. Here we are on November 8th. 28 degrees this morning. Nice, nice. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Tom.
Good morning.
So we need to vote to approve the minutes for October 25th, 2019. Mr. Brusso?
Well, since I was here, I guess I can move
All
to
right,
accept the minutes.
We'll make that unanimous. We need to vote to approve the motor vehicle abatements for the month of September in the amount of $2,918.77.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be October, sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll
We
amend it
did
to October,
Well, then I so move.
and I'll make it unanimous. Now, I know you're not familiar with this, but we have a new job description for the second person in the office. And it is as the assessor's, assistant assessor.
Assistant assessor.
Right. With all of the new GOR requirements, we need a second person in there that can act as an assessor. Especially on vacations, sickness. We're not training Lisa's replacement.
Is she going somewhere?
No, but we always
I
got to.
could.
But we have to train for her replacement. And this job has gone way past the clerk's job. So you talk with Jonathan about this.
I did. So he said, create the job description change, or create the new job description, get it approved at the meeting here, and then present it to him and personnel. And then he'll have the Board of Selectmen look at it and vote on it.
So this,
That's the current job description for the
Okay.
assessor's clerk.
I was gonna say,
The pages after that on the left is the current job description for the assessor's clerk, and to the right in red is what's added as the
The
assistant.
proposed changes.
So a few of the things would be like full knowledge of the appraisal system, not just putting in some sketches
So we have
or
a third member.
not just putting in sketches, making value changes, tracking growth, signing off on building cards, because she's doing a lot of the inspections now on her own
With the fire department.
with the fire department. What else was there?
so this would be basically her, his or her responsibilities would be basically the same as the assessor.
Right, there would be certain things that she would not be doing, but most of the same responsibilities as me. I'd like her or he, to do the recap sheet, learn how to do it. You know, I was out a few years ago with an illness
Right.
for an extended period of time,
I
and
remember.
if it was this time of year, which I think it was, and I couldn't come in, we need somebody to do it. And that person
And
currently is what.
She has started to take these classes, hasn't she? Started to
She
take
has. She's starting to take the
MAA,
MAA classes, yeah.
that's Massachusetts Accredited Assessor.
And that one's no cost to the town. She was granted a scholarship from the MAAO, so it's no cost to the town except mileage. And she can ask for another scholarship next year to take another course. They give up to $600, so.
I assume there would be an increase in salary.
There should be,
Yeah.
with that much, I mean, that's a lot more responsibility. She'd be, what's the word I'm looking for, defending the values, you know.
I
with
mean,
the
she's
tax.
basically doing this job right now.
She is, and not being compensated
And not being
for it.
paid.
And she wants to learn more, she wants to take more classes, she wants to go to, I've stepped back a little bit because of the cost, which I'm gonna ask our education account to be increased, so I need to keep my designation and keep up with things.
Oh, yes, you do.
But she needs to get out there and meet the other assessors and continue to take these courses so she's as knowledgeable as I am.
So we're going to prepare a job description, and we're going to submit it to the administrator and the personnel, and then we're going to have to, they're going to review it, and then we're going to get involved in the negotiation of the salary, or they'll.
Jonathan is aware that with this job description change, we are looking for, and when they do, looking for a salary increase, and I asked him with the study that he's going to be doing to, even though there isn't an assistant assessor position right now, he's going to make sure that the study includes that position.
I lost my train of thought. Now, you say the state requires us to do this?
No.
Okay,
No.
so why,
We're doing it because typically we have a three-person office. A town this size has a three-person office. Well, obviously we don't. So when she goes, you have 3 weeks vacation?
I have 4.
4 weeks. I mean, who runs the office? You can't have a clerk doing that.
well, maybe the chairman can step in.
I have been stepping in an awful lot. So no, what would, truly, she needs to train her replacement.
Yeah, well, and as you
I
say.
mean, you remember what happened with Dave Utakis, and we had that spot where they didn't hire him, and we were just in a mess.
Mhm.
And I don't think we ever got out of it until you got the position. We were so far behind the 8 ball.
No, and as you pointed out, there's always illness and injuries and whatnot. You never know.
We are getting older. We're never gonna be any younger than we are right this minute.
Let's speak for yourself.
And what's sad
Are you
too
gonna
is,
die right now?
No,
Well, then you're gonna
Getting
age.
younger.
Then you're gonna age.
right now, the 2 people in the office, myself and Mary, we do come in when we're sick. When I had my issue 5 years ago, I was going through treatments, and I still came in because I didn't want the office to fall behind, you know, and you're not compensated for that, but it's You know, in a
You
case
have a
like-
great deal of pride in what you do. So.
I do, and in a case like this, if I did get sick, or she got sick, or whoever was in that position got sick, you could stay home, recuperate, without saying, oh, everything's falling behind, and you're not really resting because you're worried about work.
I mean, I don't have my MA designation anymore. I got it in the early 80s, and then there was no need for it. So, I mean, I surely can't defend,
no, I understand. I was just
especially in the winter. I mean,
controversy, yeah.
I understand that. That's what attorneys do. So I need a motion, or you need to decide whether you're gonna,
No, I think it's a good idea. I think we should, be preparing.
yeah, proactive, instead of
That too.
reactive like we've been.
And I think it's the more qualified the staff is, the better.
But
So
she did a
I-
fantastic job. I was out sick with the flu for 10 days, right after the tax bills went out, the final bills at the beginning of the year. And she had people 20 in line at the counter. And she handled it beautifully, and she defended everything, and that's not her job.
I know it's
That
not.
position is not the job to defend values and explain things, and
No.
she did a fantastic job.
Well, then I'll move that this job description be submitted to the town administrator, board of selectmen, and then the personnel board.
I'll make that unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have to vote on new growth was approved at, oh no, so we're not voting.
No, it's just informational.
So new growth was approved at 109,065. What did we budget for, 75?
I think I went down as low as 50 because I wasn't getting anything in permits that
Yep.
would indicate
Yep.
that this would happen.
It's always better to be conservative.
Yep.
So we have new growth at $8,078,895. Do we talk about the proposed tax rate?
That's just proposed right now. If nothing changes, I don't foresee anything changing.
Okay, I'm having a brain drain. What's the existing tax rate right now?
$13.50.
$13.50.
So it's a 42-cent decrease.
Okay, so the proposed tax rate is $13.08, which is down from the $13.50. Why did that happen? Because assessed values went up, and where we can't collect any more money than we did, other than 2.5% more, we had to take the tax rate down.
Correct.
For both people that are listening to this hearing. The tax classification hearing will be on Monday, November 18th, before the selectmen, right?
Correct.
And
Okay.
would
And we're
you
gonna-
explain what that is?
Yeah, we, because our tax base is almost 90% or better residential, we have for the last 41 years been recommending that we have a single tax rate, because there's no benefit to the taxpayer, and what it does is it chases out business.
So what I'll do is I'll go present before the Board of Selectmen each class percentage that we have, the history, who our top 10 or 20 taxpayers are. I'm going to show them the businesses. It's Mass Electric, Boston Gas, people that don't.
Shields Packaging.
Yeah, so the biggest ones we have is, right, Shields, Gentex, Hamel, with Webco, and Henke Sass. The rest are all, little tiny businesses that really would get hurt if we shifted the tax rate, that they would have a higher,
Well, you've seen Webster go
Commercial
from a
rate.
dual tax rate to a single.
yeah. And they have
Because
more
of the same
than us.
reason. Although they're more heavily, they have more percentage of commercial than we do. But it was
And they
just-
went back to single.
Yeah, we're chasing businesses out. So, and that's why Worcester is a ghost town for businesses.
So I just go and I'm gonna do a PowerPoint presentation, hope it goes well. And tell them that you're recommending to stay with a single tax rate. And then the Board of Selectmen vote.
So what do we have coming up that we should be aware of?
Tax bills.
Tax bills, yeah. Will they go out this year?
They'll go out in December, sometime in
good,
December.
Good, so people that want to take advantage of the tax deductions can do it before January 1st. Good. Glad to see Mr. Carmiani is continuing that practice.
A lot of in-house paperwork, getting the tax rate set and the new growth. Between October, November, and December, it's
We
like,
used to do the tax recap sheet. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, so it's in the office. We don't go out for these 3 months unless we absolutely have to
Yep.
get this all together.
Yep. When is our next big,
2023.
2023? It's not that far
Oh, one
away.
of the things I did just think of is,
Oh,
I want to
goodness.
put in the budget, if it's okay with the board, $2,000 to have RRC do our personal property. I've done it over the years, and then RRC came in and cleaned it up. It's very difficult. It's like somebody doing just commercial. I don't have the experience in it to get it 100% right.
You have to go back to the days when we had to make appointments to go and see people's houses.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
kept dodging us and dodging us. Oh, I remember that so well.
Yeah.
What a pain. Leaving cards.
And in personal property, there's so many gray areas.
I know.
That I could pick something
If-
up
what
wrong,
if they're
or
a
I could miss
corporation?
something. That gets even more
I know it
complicated on
does.
what's taxable.
Right.
And that's
And where do you set
all
the values? You don't have a book like Marshall and Swift. So it's just, you're
And that's
better
all
off.
they do is personal property. And they
Yeah.
said, we have 37 accounts, and they said they would do them all for $2,000.
That's a
which-
no-brainer.
Yeah, it really is. So would you
need
guys take a
motion?
vote on that?
Yes, I so move.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Unanimous. So, Mr. Brusso, Vision has done their 2020 interim values. And everything has gone up. Everything by code has gone up.
Except land.
Yeah, I know.
Landscape
Well, that's because they didn't have
same.
any land sales.
Right. And again, we're having sales that, of homes, single-family homes, they're $60,000 to $80,000 more than I have them assessed for.
I know.
I can't justify that. The DOR wouldn't justify that.
No. Well, our coefficient of dispersion will be blown right out of the water.
Mhm.
So, except for land, every category has gone up.
The ones that got hit the hardest
If you look
were
on the back of
the,
that, Tom, you'll see the individuals, you know, by style ranch.
Oh, okay.
the ones that got hit the hardest were the multifamilies, 4 units and up.
Right.
I'm sorry, over 4 units and up. No, 4 to 8 units
Right.
and up, sorry.
Right. Well, we had some nasty sales, I'll tell you.
I had one sale of an apartment building and Mary got in and then I checked it again on
I know
MLS.
you called me, did that really sell for $379?
It was 400.
Yeah.
400,000,
I know.
and we're trying to justify it. There was no personal property that came with it. I spoke with the person that bought it.
Yeah.
They just thought it was worth, and it was average at best. I couldn't even change the.
You know, they saw a program at midnight, How to Go Rich
Yeah.
by Earning Real Estate.
Maybe there's good tenants in there. Maybe it had something to do with Nichols College too, where they're always guaranteed to have, I don't know. Some people renting.
You know,
I don't know.
I'd love to see the income to justify that sales price. I mean, this is an income property.
Mhm. So we didn't change commercial and industrial
Oh,
building
yeah.
rates.
Mobile homes and cottages didn't go up, I don't know why. And three-family didn't go up, that's interesting.
They're not selling it.
Yes, they are. Oh, certainly are.
Not what we had in our sales.
No, you're right, you're right.
I mean, maybe going forward,
Well, yeah, I'm thinking about a couple that were pretty tough shape, and somebody bought them, put $125,000
I
into
wonder who
it.
that was.
On Pine Street. Oh, yeah. But he bought it right,
Mhm.
and it's worth more than we got into it, so.
And then you did a total rehab on Schofield Ave.
Right. So, that's what I'm saying, why didn't two families go up?
Yeah.
We don't have enough of them that sell to create I understand the problem. Okay, Mr. B, are you okay for 12/13? Friday the 13th?
I believe I am.
No appointment book, huh? Anything else we should be talking about?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
We'll make that unanimous. Bye, Dudley, stay warm.